Why are you not connecting? There we go. Okay. I apologize. I think I figured out what happened. For some reason, Steam decided to open up. And for some weird reason, Steam decides to really screw up my computer. And I'm not sure why. When Steam opens up on my computer, it just takes over everything. And it needs to have all of the CPU power that's ever been needed in the world. Literally, I looked at my task manager. I restarted my computer, started the stream again, and it didn't work. And I did it again, and it worked because I looked at my task manager and saw that Steam was somehow taking up 56% of my CPU because it was downloading Arc. I hate Steam. I don't know if there's a way for me to go into that last video, last live stream chat. I wish you could. That's the one thing I think that Pokemon does, or that YouTube needs to work on. Oh God, I don't have my counter on. I think I went through 3. I think this is the 3rd one I've done. Let me see if I can go to that other video and make sure you guys know where to go. But yeah, so Steam just decided to take a shit on my computer, so that's cool. Love Steam. Love that. I got to make sure before I live stream every morning that I have that turned off. That I have Steam completely exited out. Which is insane that you have to do that, but here we are. I forget what we're even talking about. That's so annoying. Let me see if I can... Oh no. I ran to gossip here. I'll check the live chat. Oh well, here we are. Here we are, trying to get our 500th encounter. But yeah, that's so annoying. Steam's dumb. Steam takes up way too much of your computer. I feel like Steam has recently gotten worse for my computer. I don't know what it is. Steam actually caused... I thought I had... When I built this computer, I thought I was having problems with my computer. I actually changed out the power supply. I thought there might have been something wrong with my GPU, my CPU. I was looking at all these problems. Turned out, it was just Steam. I had to reinstall Steam. Fixed everything. It was... I don't know what it is. Steam just hates my computer. And in turn, I hate Steam. I might open this window. It's getting hot in here. What's the weather out like now? Oh my God, it's 39 degrees out. It's only a high of 47 today? Holy cow, it's cold. This whole week's gonna be cold. Jesus. 47, 47, 51, 58. The weekend's going to be nice. 68, 74, 75. Damn, it's cold, though. It's cold. Zigzagoon, you need to shine, brother. I need... this shiny so I can go on. I don't know what I'm going to do next, though. That's the question. What's going to be my next hunt? I need a dark or ghost Pokemon to hunt for. And I'm probably going to switch games. And I don't know what... Maybe I'd go for a dark Pokemon in Let's Go. Do they even have a dark Pokemon in Let's Go? Since that was a Gen 2 Pokemon. Are there any Gen 1 dark Pokemon? I'm not going to go for an Alolan. Because you have to trade for those, and that's just awful. I think that's full odds. I could go for a dark Pokemon and Chain and BDSP again. Or I can just switch to sword, or I can just keep the sword and shield. Beardell, what up? Sorry about that. I found out it was Steam. Steam was the problem. Steam opened up and started downloading something, and it just absolutely wrecked my computer. That was really weird. I've never seen that happen. It literally was lagging OBS. Like my actual OBS was lagging, and I've never seen that. I've seen my stream lag before, but it was always like latency issues or something. But never did I actually see the actual OBS messing up. Only Gen 1 Pokemon I got a Gen 2 type is Magnemite and Magneton. Oh, yeah, since I got Steel. Yeah, so there's no way I'd be able to do a Dark Pokemon. And I've only done the one Ghost Pokemon I want in Let's Go. So I wouldn't be able to Shiny Hunt anymore in Let's Go. I could maybe see a Dark Pokemon I could chain in BDSP. I'm trying to think of any Dark Pokemon that could be huntable. The only Ghost Pokemon I can hunt for in Brilliant Diamond is Banette and evolving into a Shedinja. And those are the only two ones I could find that I didn't already have. I could do Ghastly, but I already had Ghastly. You could do Alolan Marowak, perhaps. But you have to trade for that, and I don't want to trade. I don't want to... You have to, like, do the trades, and I'm pretty sure trades are full odds in that game. Even with the Shiny Charm. But even without the Shiny Charm, I have to catch Marowaks and then trade them over. That would be awful. And do, like, at best, do resets? Nah. I'm good. It's 39 degrees up, but I'm about to open my window regardless because it's getting hot. And I don't want to take off this sweatshirt. I'm doing it. Doing it to it. You have to see me in my shorts. Ooh, it's gonna get nice and cold in here. I love it. All right, now shiny. Not shiny. All right, let's continue. But yeah. Conclusion: Steam fucking sucks. Why are you streaming so damn early? What up, Cacto? I am streaming so early because I'm amazing. That's why. I don't know. I just felt like wanting to stream again. And I was thinking about trying to get a stream schedule together. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to try morning streams and see what happens. Because the problem is, so I need to start convincing myself to get up at 7:30. Because that's about what time my wife's going to have to get up. Now that she's going to no longer be working from home. And so I want to start getting up around the time she does. Around 7:30. And then I thought, you know what? I don't want to start work at 8 o'clock in the morning every morning. And I could go 10 to 6 for work and change my schedule a little bit and stream for a couple hours in the morning on like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And so I'm going to try that now. Do Monday, Wednesday, Friday streams. See if I like it. And then if I do, I'll continue it. If I don't, I'll switch it up. You're only coming through my left ear? Oh, no. I've had that happen before. And I don't know why that does that. Let me try unplugging my mic. How about now? Sounds pog. Yeah, something different. I've been wanting to stream again, and I got to make sure if I'm streaming that I can... I want to try and be somewhat consistent with it. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to try it. I'll try it for a month. If I like it, I'll keep doing it. If I don't, I'll stop. We'll see. Didn't fix that, but that's fine. That's weird why it does that. I don't know why it's doing that. Is the switch coming through both? Is it just the mic that's only coming through one? I need to fix it, but I'll obviously just fix it off stream. I'll have to look into why it's going. I've had that happen before, and I don't remember what it was that it did that. It's funny because I never have, if you see my headphones right now, I never have two on. I never have the full thing on, so whenever I like listen back, I probably had my left ear on and didn't even realize that only one was going. All deafen in DC. Switch is coming in both. Okay. So then it's my mic for some reason is only coming in one. I wonder if there's... Whoop. I don't have an offset, nor do I have a mono. Maybe if I switch to mono, does that change it? Does it sound really shitty now? But I changed it to mono. Did that fix it? Get out of here, Stunky. No one wants you. Did that fix it at all, or did I just ruin everything? That fixed. Sounds good. Hell yeah. Okay, cool. I've turned it to mono, so it's not stereo, but it's not like you need my voice in surround sound. Now my voice is over here. Now my voice is over here. Cacti, how's your weekend? Y'all do anything fun? I went golfing on Saturday and then was a complete and utter bum on Sunday. Although I did go with my parents. We watched the Colts game. Supposedly they won. I left when it was 14-0 because it was annoying to watch, but I heard they won. Pretty boring. It's a good weekend, though, honestly. I like boring weekends. I need to get some cleaning done. We're having a Halloween party on Saturday here, and I need to clean the house desperately. Been sick for weeks? Really? With what? Is it like allergies, or you've just been like sick? You have COVID? Dude, that cold air coming in this window feels so good. What are you being for Halloween? I can't say yet. What day would that be? So the day before, maybe I will show you guys on that Friday. Wait, it would be this Friday. Maybe am I going to dress up at 7:30 in the morning to show you guys? I don't know if I could do that, but I will show you guys. It is a secret. It's top secret. You don't understand. Me and Elise's Halloween, Elise, and Kevin's Halloween costumes are top secret until we unveil them. Every year, they are very, very top secret. So you will see them in due time, my good sir. Keep your house dirty. Stays a part of the spooky atmosphere. Oh, dust. Ah! Yes, exactly. Did I go up with that? Okay, there. I'm going to go up 2 because I think I missed one. Ooh. Yes, exactly. Yeah, I'm excited. It's cute. It's really cute. I'm excited to unveil our Halloween costumes. They're good. We did a little bit of an audible on Kevin's outfit because it looks like something else. So we're like, you know what? We'll just make it that. So we did a little bit of an audible on Kevin's, but for the most part, it's gonna look good. I'm gonna trick-treating with my little cousins. They got into Demon Slayer, so I'm dressing up as a Hashira known as Guillaume. I don't watch Demon Slayer, but I've heard good things. But that sounds awesome. That's really cool. You're not dressing up as Brawly? Brawly, come on, dude. But that's cool. I want to be getting into more animes. I've not watched... I feel like I say this every time I live stream, that I want to get more into anime, and I never do. I just, like, whenever I go to sit down to watch something, I just don't really have a desire to watch anime for some reason. I thought about, for one of the stream things we could do, I thought about doing, like, Manga Mondays. I don't know how you can legally get around reading a manga on stream, but I think it'd be cool to, like, read a manga while we shiny hunt. I thought that'd be interesting. That was an idea that floated into my head yesterday. Not buff enough yet? Yeah, there you go. Yet, I like that. I like that. I can only watch heavily, like, action anime, like One Punch Man. Dude, I started reading One Punch Man. I can't do it. Granted, I read it and didn't watch it. Maybe that's more of an anime than it is a manga. But, like, I tried to read it, and I was like, I can't do this. It was not my style. I started reading, what was the science-y one? I started reading that one, and I read a good amount of that one, which was pretty good. There's, like, a one that the guy, like, goes back in time. They're, like, or no, they're forward in time, and they have to basically, like, rebuild society based off of the guy's knowledge in science. Dr. Stone. Yes, Bjornell. Dr. Stone. Yes, that one's a really good one. Yep. Dr. Stone's solid. I need to get back into reading that one because that one's really good. I liked reading that one. I also have JoJo. What's the anime called? I have that. I have that the first like book of that manga, and I never got around to reading that one either. I need to read that. Maybe that could be our first Manga Monday read. Is that manga book? I wonder if I read it on stream and then like showed you guys like it's a picture book, like we're in kindergarten. I wonder if I could get away with that without getting in trouble. I just recently watched Tokyo Revengers. It's really good. Which part? It's the first one, the very first one that came out. You know what I really liked watching anime-wise and would probably hold my attention decently well was Initial D. Initial D! I really liked Initial D. I watched it as a kid, and I think I really enjoyed it. And I think I tried to watch it a little bit as an adult, but haven't gotten around to it. I'm waiting for JoJo Part 9. JoJo's been around for like a hot minute, right? I didn't know JoJo has been around for as long as it has. Part 1 is a little slow, but really good. Yeah, I need to... I can see if I can go grab it real quick and show you guys. Let me go grab it real quick. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Yeah. See, I have the hardback of the first part. I don't know how it works. Part 1, Phantom Blood. So I don't really know how these work, but yeah, I started reading that a little bit, but I hadn't gotten around to finishing it. I gotta watch Initial D still. It's really good. I really liked Initial D. Initial D. I couldn't find the book for a second. I also have the compilations of a lot of the Pokemon mangas, like the 1, 2, 3, like big thick anime compilations. I've read the first one and read a little bit of the second one. That could be kind of cool to read on stream. Steel Ball Run? What do you mean? What's a Steel Ball Run? Since 1987. JoJo's been around since 1987. Jesus Christ. JoJo is so good, and each new part they release is vastly different than the rest. Oh, those are like different storylines. JoJo's in parts, basically it's seasons. Pokemon is dark as fuck. I know, and it's fascinating. Like, it's so much darker than the actual, like, anime. It's so much better. It's really good. I actually enjoyed reading it when I read through it. I read through the whole first part, which is basically his adventures through Kanto. I don't remember what happened at the end, though. It's been a minute. I read it last year. Still got to read the Pokemon manga, but I'm lazy. It's pretty good. It's pretty solid. But I feel that. Yeah, Pokemon manga is good. Dr. Stone was pretty good. I haven't read through it all, obviously, but I would love to get through, what's it called? The most popular one that's got like 7 million episodes. One Piece. I would love to get through One Piece. JoJo Steel Ball Run. It's part 7. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I this one is very strange. Like, it's a very strange manga. Very strange anime in general. The soundtrack for it is fucking amazing, though. I will say that. I got through. I'm trying to think of the last anime I got through was Oh my god, what was it called? Where they're in the MMO with Kiriko. What's that one? I can't think of what it is, but that's the last one I watched. Only manga I read are JoJo and others I don't want to admit. That's hilarious. SAO, yes. One Piece, good luck. I made it to episode 74. I think I made it to episode like 20. And then I was like, okay, I can't do this. Sword Art Online. Yeah. Sword Art Online. That one was good. Sword Art Online was really good. It was like, since there were quick seasons, I felt like Sword Art Online had like no filler episodes. And that's what kills me when I watch animes. Like I've gotten the farthest anime and longer anime I've gotten through was Naruto, but I still only got like 100 episodes in. But Naruto kept my attention for, get away from me, Mudbray. Naruto kept my attention, but the problem with Naruto is it has so many filler episodes. Oh my god, it kills me. I have a post on my wall, and Sword Art Online has so many filler. Wait, what? No! I think the thing that Sword Art Online does is, like, Sword Art Online, the storyline, I just felt like went through really quickly. Like the character development was very fast. Whereas, like, most character development and animes take, like, maybe I'm just used to, like, Naruto and shit, but normally I feel like it takes, like, forever to learn, like, one thing about a person. But, like, that one is just, like, you're told this is what they're like, and then they're just like that. And it's, like, it's very quick. I was surprised by that. And, like, even, like, the love story in Sword Art Online. Like, I feel like Sword Art Online pushed that so fast. Like, suddenly they got married. Like, didn't they get married in, like, the first season? Like, it would take 20 seasons in most animes to get to that. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like that was so fast. But maybe I'm just not used to anime enough. It's just that it's shorter than the mainstream anime. Right, exactly. And that very well could be the case. There is more to Sword Art Online where you learn even more about the characters that turn into a harem, not harem. Wait, what? What? I don't understand. Yeah, I didn't watch much of Sword Art Online, though. Or I watched Sword Art Online, but other than, like, just the normal seasons. I think I only watched the first 2 seasons. There's a 3rd season, isn't there? I didn't watch the 3rd season, I don't think. The last I remember happening in that show, that he had to, like, rescue her from a tree or some shit. And I think that's the last I watched of it. Has ALO and GGO, Alfheim Online and Gun Gale Online. Then there's Lost Song in the movies. What the hell? They're all the same thing? They're all the same universe? I didn't know any of that. I just watched the Sword Art Online. I had a bunch of buddies like freaking out over Sword Art Online when they came out. Because they came out like 4 or 5 years ago? Probably even more than that, like 6 years ago? Because I remember it was shortly after college I watched them, I think. Which is sad to think that was that long ago. I graduated from college in 2015. That was 7 years ago. That makes me feel so fucking old. The only thing I know about SAO is that it made like every isekai anime boring and the same. What's a isekai anime? A sake anime. SAO Alicization. I'm so confused. Y'all are using terms that I do not understand. Is the last season or show. Oh, gotcha. I get what you're saying. It's like a character gets transported to another world, usually either trapped in a video game or just dying. That happens so often in anime. They have their own they have their own like specific version of what it is. Like they have their own like genre. That's its own subgenre, is just getting trapped inside another world or video game. So is Dr. Stone considered a anime isekai or whatever? Sorry, I didn't finish the sentence together. No, you're good. You're good. You can't be throwing terms like that around, probably, for an anime nub like myself. Also, my wife is adorable. I've always said like nub around her instead of noob, just as like a joke. Like it's just what it is. And one time I called someone a noob, and she goes, "Isn't it a nub?" I was like, "Oh, you sweet innocent soul." It's still Earth, just in the future, so it's sci-fi, I guess. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I guess it's the same world. Such a specific genre. I guess even like mainstream media has their own with like the MCU universe. That's its own genre at this point, is the Marvel universe, or even like superhero movies, I guess. I guess you might like The Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. That's an anime. The anime's called The Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. Interesting. What's it about? Is it another one of those get stuck in a video game or something? Do you guys remember? Did you ever watch Dot Hack? Dot Hack was another one where they got stuck in a video game, wasn't it? Oh god, I can't watch a superhero movie. They're all so bad. 100% agree, Beer now. I think the MCU movies are the most overrated movies to ever be released. Every single one of them. Well, not every single one of them. Some of them are good, but dude, I can't. And you got to watch all of them to understand all of them, and it seems like everyone and their mom watches every single one of those fucking movies and knows exactly what's going on. I watched the Spider-Man movie, and they're like, "Oh, we got to stay to the end and watch the trailer at the end." And it just showed this dude who I had no idea was talking at a bar, and everyone's like, "Yeah, oh, it's amazing. Oh, I'm so happy." And I'm like, "What the fuck did I just watch? What do you guys know that I don't?" I'm so confused. It was so strange. Such a different I feel like I'm just completely on the outside of that, and I'm just so surprised at how many people like actively follow that. Also known as Tigress. I've heard of it but never got around to it. I think the comics did it better. Yeah, I could get around to reading the comics too. Although comic books have never been like terribly appealing to me. I had a phase of liking comic books like when I was in like middle school. I knew this older guy. He was this is gonna sound strange. He was my babysitter's boyfriend. And it was the only like older person that I knew that like liked video games and like comic books. So I thought he was like the coolest guy ever. And he liked comic books a lot. And he gave me a few of them, and that like got me into like a comic book phase. But then after that, I was just like, nah, they're not really for it. They're not me. I just didn't get too into it. I collected them for a little bit, and then I had a bunch of Spider-Man comics. I actually had my favorite Spider-Man comic was I had like the anniversary edition. It was like a gold comic book, which was really cool. I have no idea if it's worth anything now, and I couldn't tell you where it went. It's probably ruined if I found it, but probably somewhere at my parents' house. But it was pretty cool. I liked having that, but that was the only one that I really liked and that I really remember. I enjoy reading the comics a lot more than the movies. I could see that. I definitely could see that. Don't the movies like do their own thing though? They don't even really follow the comic books, right? The problem with comic books is like, I don't know, like I feel like with a lot of mangas, like you're reading the same thing. They don't tell like new stories. They do, and they have like their story arcs, but it's all under the same like continued universe. Whereas like Spider-Man had like 7,000 different storylines where they went off on all these different tangents and all these different worlds and universes, and it basically changed every like month what they would be talking about, and you could read them like separately. You didn't have to read them in order, and that sounds appealing because you can kind of jump in whenever, but it just made it seem like there was never like cohesion with a lot of the storylines with comic books, and I feel like a lot of comic books did that. They used it like a reference. Yeah, that makes sense. It makes sense. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that, but never read a superhero comic. Only read some y'all don't know. Yeah, I never got super into it. I always did like Spider-Man over all the rest of them, though. And I personally think that the second Spider-Man movies were the best. Tobey Maguire's ones were the worst, I think. Then the best were that's the guy that did it the second time, and then the third one is probably the latest ones are probably my second favorite. Although I only watched the last Spider-Man movie that came out. I think I was at 569 already, so it's 570, I think. I might be hitting these buttons wrong. But like this, all stories have been told already is up to how you change the flow of story that makes it appealing. Right. I can see that. They're very popular, so they're doing something right. It's one of those movies, like, I feel like the Marvel Universe is like, to really, it's one of those where you have to go into it with a mentality of like, I want to see cool action stuff, and I don't want much depth to my characters. You know what I mean? And like, personally, that's not movies I watch. I don't like movies with like little character development and like very shallow action-y stuff. Like, action movies just don't appeal to me. That's why I don't really watch very many action movies. So that's why I think a lot of the times I don't really care for superhero movies. But if you go into it with a mentality of like, you know, let's just have fun with this movie and just be kind of like goofy, then it can be really fun. Because the last Spider-Man movie I watched was like that. I watched whatever, No Way Home or something like that, whatever it was, and I thought it was pretty good. Where they brought all three Spider-Mans in it. I only wanted to watch it because I heard that they brought all three Spider-Men back, and so we watched it just because of that, and that was pretty cool. I really enjoyed that. They did a good job with that. Marvel is like, if you like constant fighting and explosions, go for it. Right, it's like what Transformers, like, I feel like Transformers was like the first of those kinds of movies where it was like, let's just throw action on the screen and see if people like it. And people loved the Transformers movies, especially the first one. And I did too. And so they just like went with that and were like, all right, that works. Let's do it again. You know, just not superhero ones. Yeah, I'm trying to think of an action movie that's not a superhero movie that I've watched in the past 10 years. I legitimately can't think of one. Like, I'm not an action guy. Ooh, Brilliant Spawn, finally. I feel like we haven't been getting very many Brilliant Spawns this stream. Yeah, action movies aren't terribly appealing to me, but I see their appeal. I understand why people like them, but they're just not for me. Should be a Pokemon game where you leave home, say bye to your mom, and at the end of the game, without you knowing, your mom is the world champion you have to battle. Alien, that sounds awesome. That would be cool as hell. What's up, man? That would be really cool. Imagine the twist. Imagine the twist of people hearing that. That would blow the internet up. That'd be sick as hell. People would freak out. Myself included. Transformers at least had a character development, but when the main character kept changing out and they kept changing the lore, I just stopped watching it. Honestly, I didn't even know they made any after the first three. With Shia LaBeouf, they made new movies without Shia LaBeouf. I only watched Transformers movie with the dinosaurs and got disappointed because they weren't there till the end. Wait, I'm confused. I didn't even know these movies existed. There's ones with dinosaurs? Also, the new Jurassic Park movies, awful. Hate them. Oh, another, what are the odds of that? We go this whole time without Brilliant Spawns, and then we get two, like, really close to each other. I thought that, shit, what were we just talking about? What I just mentioned that I didn't like. Shit, I forget now. Oh my god, am I that dumb? Transformer movies. Jurassic Park, thank you. Jurassic Park, yeah, Jurassic Park movies sucked. The original one was the only good one. I will put that on record. The first one was the only good Jurassic Park movie. That's true. That's true. I will say that's a good point. That's a good point. If you can go into the Jurassic Park movies and completely ignore the god-awful acting and the god-awful storytelling, the dinosaurs are cool as fuck. Transformers 4 has the Dinobots. The new Bumblebee is bringing the OG comic lore back. Oh, interesting. That's very interesting. Same thing for King Kong vs. Godzilla. That stuff was garbage. Just sub. Well, thank you, Alien. Welcome to the channel. Hope you enjoy it. Yeah, I never got into the King Kong movies or Godzilla movies. Let me tell you, go back and try to watch one of the original Godzilla movies, like the Japanese ones that had like English voiceovers. God, they're hard to watch. I remember we watched one in like high school because they were just, I don't remember what happened, but we had to just like sit in this cafeteria and watch this movie. It was like one of our last days of school. And dear God, was it the most boring movie in the world. Those do not hold up well today. They're so cheesy. They're so cheesy. But that's another thing, like the new Godzilla and King Kong movies. Another one where if you go into it just like expecting to see cool shit, you will. But like don't go into it expecting good storytelling. You know what I mean? But dude, the newest Jurassic Park. Okay, wait. Let me rephrase this because it's been a minute. The Jurassic Park movies that came out with Chris Pratt. The very first one was the only one I saw with Chris Pratt. Jesus Christ, it was bad. Oh my God, it was the cheesiest fucking movie. I was like, why do people like this? It's so cheesy. But the dinosaurs were cool as hell. Think of that one Nightmare Fuel Godzilla animatronic now. Yeah. Oh, yes. Mario movie? Okay. Everyone's shitting on Chris Pratt for that. And for the most part, I can see why. He doesn't even attempt to make an Italian voice. He just does this weird, like, fucking slight Jersey accent. Which is just really weird to hear coming out of Mario's face. Is this like subtle like Jersey accent, but I am really excited for that movie. Purely because of Jack Black playing Bowser. What scared me about that last trailer was they almost seemed like Bowser was a little too serious. I hope they don't make Bowser take himself too seriously and they play him as like a goofy bad guy. If he takes himself too seriously, it's going to be kind of cringe. But I hope he's just goofy and fun. Because I think Jack Black, that is a perfect casting. Jack Black as Bowser is perfect. Chris Pratt as Mario, what the actual fuck was that? I'm stoked about Jack Black. Yes, exactly. Hey, it's a me, Chris Pratt. It's so weird. He sounds so good. He does. At first, I didn't even know it was Bowser. I didn't even know it was Jack Black. When I watched the trailer, I'm like, wait, I thought Jack Black was Bowser. And it didn't sound anything like him because he puts this like growl to his voice. It sounded so good. I'm so excited. That movie's going to be like so hype. And I hope it lives up to the hype. I told Elise that she has to block off that day because we're definitely going to go see that movie the day it comes out. I'm excited to see that movie. That's like the first movie I've been like really, really excited about. Jack Black has said Bowser will be singing in the movie, so I don't think thank God. Has he really? That makes me so excited. We get to hear Jack Black sing as Bowser. That is so awesome. That's so exciting. I love that so much. Oh my God, I can't wait. I can only imagine how amazing the scene's going to be. That movie, I can't wait for that movie. It's going to be so good. So yeah, so I'm like, but I feel like it won't be that good or feel like Mario. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it will be interesting to see how he plays it. I can get behind the Jersey accent. I understand like where they're coming from with that. So I can see the direction, and I think it's not going to be bad. But we'll see. It'll be interesting to see how it plays. If they play him as the serious role that I can see Mario playing as, it could be cool. But I mean, like, think of how much of a fan service it could have been if they had someone not Chris Pratt play Mario and like have an Italian accent and have kind of his like quips that he has. Like, think of like Mario 64 where he jumps like whoop whoop woohoo. You know, like imagine him doing that. But I don't imagine Chris Pratt is going to be able to play that very well. Like if Mario jumps and makes those sounds and it's Chris Pratt, I don't know how it's going to sound very well. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited to see. I'm not writing it off yet, but we'll see. He did Kung Fu Panda 2. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Jack Black is excellent. Jack Black is just good at everything he does. He's good at acting. He's good at singing. He's good at doing voice acting. Like, that man is incredibly talented. And he's hilarious. Mario sounds great in the French and Brazilian dub. Oh, really? That's interesting. Do they have like an Italian doing it? He has a really good voice for anything. Why didn't they just have the original voice? I mean, the original voice I imagine was Japanese, so I don't imagine they didn't want to have like Japanese voiceover for an English movie. Because, like, unfortunately, like, Japan isn't known for their like movies aside from anime. And granted, this is like a, I don't know. They're trying to, I think, go in more of like a Hollywood style movie. And I don't know if they would want to have a Japanese voice for an English movie, which would make sense. But yeah, Chris Pratt, they could just get so many more. I don't know. I think they just did it for the name. You know what I mean? Big studios think celebrity voice actors bring butts to seats. Exactly, Bearno. That's exactly what it is. Like, putting Chris Pratt on the poster alone will bring so many people to watch the movie. Which Chris Pratt's fine. I don't have any problem with him, but I'm not like a big Chris Pratt fan. He's good. Like, he's a good actor. I liked him the most in Parks and Rec, and since then I thought like he was good in what's that one superhero movie where he's like the main character? I thought those were all right. He did a good job in those. Sounds like Mario. That's interesting. He's American, actually. Really? The guy that did the original Mario is American? That's crazy. Jack as Bowser's really good, but for my opinion with Mario, I feel like if he had his voice pitch, voice all movie going, it's like, it's me, Mario, let's go. It might get annoying, but we won't know it. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it changes. I'm curious. We haven't heard enough of it yet, so we'll see. Mario's always voiced by Charles Martinet in any language. Really? I didn't know he was American. That's pretty cool. Then, yeah, why the hell did they not get that guy? I mean, you know the reason why. They wanted butts and seats, like you said. Blue Jay, what up? How are you, Blue Jay? It has been a minute. What have you been up to, Blue Jay? It's good to see you, man. I got to keep track of the time. It's already 9:30. Holy cow, this stream has gone fast. The stream is longer than it shows. We did like kind of like a two-part stream, well, not on purpose. My Steam opened up and like just shit on my computer, and my stream started getting really laggy, so I had to restart my stream. Yoshi best be in the movie. I think DK. I heard DK is voiced by Seth Rogen, which I think is hilarious and a really good cast. So I think that's going to be pretty good. I imagine if Donkey Kong's in the movie, they'll have Yoshi in it. A lot of school and crap. Yeah, has school been going well, Blue Jay? Hello, I'm just going to be here and not chat because I have school. No worries. Glad you're here, McPixel Soar. Welcome to the stream. No worries. You're welcome to lurk. Since Mario doesn't have many voice lines, I think that is why he works for Mario. Right, true. Yeah, I wonder how he would do with like a fully voiced movie. Steam updates. Yes. It's so stupid. Steam is so dumb. I hate Steam. I want to know who does Luigi and what he will sound like. Yeah, who is voicing Luigi? Isn't it a chick that's voicing Luigi? For the most part. That's good, Blue Jay. You been playing any video games, Blue Jay? Big hope for the movie is that Charles Martinet cameo will be him as Wario. Okay, that'd be sick. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I'm excited for the movies, though. It's going to be pretty cool. It comes out in, like, April, right? Sometime in April. Charlie Day is Luigi. Which one's Charlie Day? That sounds familiar. Why do I not know this person? What is he in? Oh, it's the guy in Always Sunny. Okay. Okay, that could be pretty funny. That could be pretty funny. I could see that. Toad sounded good. Yeah. Yeah. Toad's the best. I love Toad. So what's up with Pixelmon? It kind of died. Yeah, so I was talking about this a little earlier in stream when no one was here, just in case anybody rewatched to get any updates for Pixelmon. Pixelmon died because I stopped enjoying it. I really didn't like especially toward the end, the last few months of streaming and playing on the Pixelmon server were not fun for me at all. Like I legitimately hated streaming and hated playing that game. Like Pixelmon gets to the point where if you don't like PvP, it's useless. Like it's not fun anymore. So I just wasn't having fun with it, and I looked at it and was like, okay, if I continue doing this, what am I doing this for? Am I doing it because I want to do it or because I want money? You know, like, and I found the conclusion to me was I'm only doing this because I want to make sure everyone's still happy and also because it makes money. And I'm like, I don't want to do something because it makes money. I want to do something because I like it. So I've taken a large break, as you can tell, from Pixelmon, and I don't know whether or not I'm coming back. And whether or not we'll revive Pixelmon or PixelFam, still TBD. So keep your eyes and ears out. There might be something. The problem with Pixelmon 2 is the way it works. I have to be pretty heavily involved in the development process of the server, and at times I enjoy that, but other times it's really frustrating because then I have to take away time from doing stuff that I want to do on my YouTube channel. And I'm going to try and pivot my YouTube channel a little bit. If you saw my last video, if any of you watched my last video on the channel, if you haven't, you should go watch it. It's one of my favorite videos, and it's probably one of my best videos on my channel. It was more of like a storytelling shiny hunt video, and I really, really enjoyed making it. And I'm actually, this live stream is working toward doing another one, and I'm hunting for another video. So that's kind of the direction I see my channel going more so recently. I enjoyed making that video and really had fun with it, so I imagine that's the direction I'm going to go for at least a little bit. So there's your answer. The answer to whether or not Pixelmon's coming back and why it died. It died because of me, but I don't know if it's coming back or not. It's still up, and people can still play it, of course. But me actively streaming it and updating the server and whatnot, I'm not sure. Toad actually sounded like Toad for sure. You've been playing random stuff like Stick Fight and random Steam games. What Stick Fight? Never heard of that. The Mario trailer was better than the first Sonic trailer anyway. Yeah, the first Sonic trailer was rough. Until they rechanged Sonic, it was bad. I never saw the Sonic movies. Were they any good? I heard they're decent. I was about to say I was going to go to join the Pixelmon server in a minute. Yeah, you're welcome to. It's still up, and you can still join the red server. But yeah, if it makes you unhappy, that's it. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make me necessarily unhappy, but I'm just not like. I just don't necessarily have fun with it, you know? Like, it stopped becoming fun for me. It felt more like a job. And I started thinking about, like, so I got a new job. And I thought with this new job, I have a lot more time since I work from home now. I have a lot more time with this job. And I thought, okay, perfect. I'm going to have a ton of time to work on the Pixelmon server and really do it. And then I found, like, when I was at my last job, I felt kind of stuck. And I felt like the Pixelmon was my way out. And I thought, like, okay, Pixelmon could be, like, my full-time job and could be something I need to work toward to make money to make it a full-time job. And it wasn't at that point I could. You know, like, I was definitely not close enough. But I was getting there, and it could have grown to be that. But then once I got this job and I started enjoying my job, I was like, okay, I don't need this to be my full-time job anymore, nor do I want it to be. So I realized it was more so I just wanted to get out of my last job, and I thought Pixelmon was the answer to that. And then when I found the conclusion that it wasn't, I was like, okay, well, then I don't necessarily want to keep going so aggressive with this. So yeah, that was part of the reason as well. So anyway, long rant to say, I wasn't really enjoying it as much as I was at the beginning. Got carried by Jim Carrey. That's literally the only reason why I wanted to watch that movie, because I love Jim Carrey. I think Jim Carrey is insanely hilarious. It's on Steam, pretty fun. Basically, you're a stick person and, well, you fight. Yeah, I guess I should have gotten 2 and 2 together on that one. Yeah, I think if you don't like Jim Carrey, you won't like it. But if you like Jim Carrey, you'll like it. I could see that. That's probably why my wife probably wouldn't like the Sonic movies, because she's not a Jim Carrey fan. I love Jim Carrey, though. So I wonder how they're going to do Sonic 3. Oh, he retired? I didn't know that. That's interesting. Minecraft alone gets boring really quickly. Pixelmon adds something on that, but doesn't make it lasting. Exactly. Yeah, I think you get, like, kind of... You can only get so far with it, which is weird. You know, like, I don't know why. It doesn't hold my attention. Like, I play Pokemon, and I shiny hunt, and that holds my attention for long periods of time. But for some reason, like, Pixelmon doesn't. Maybe because I play different games and Shiny Hunt in different games in different ways. Maybe that's why, but I don't know. For whatever reason, Pixelmon just doesn't hold my attention. Jim Carrey could have been a good Mario. He could have been. That's a good point. He could have been a great Mario. File for divorce right now. Yeah. Yeah, right. Yep, she doesn't like Jim Carrey. That's means of removal. Don't worry, I get her back. I don't like Harry Potter, and she loves Harry Potter, so I get her back. I've watched the first 3 movies with her, fell asleep through all 3 of them, and just couldn't get behind them. I understand why people like them, but not for me. Because Elise kept telling me, just wait for the 3rd movie. The 3rd movie's my favorite. It's the best one. And I didn't like it. I was like, I'm sorry, honey. I just don't like these. Pixelmon is just more clunky than the mainline games. For sure, obviously. And that makes sense. Lacks any specific shiny hunting methods. That is what I think kills it for me. This what I really enjoy about Pokemon. And you really can't actively shiny hunt in that game, which really kills it. Isn't like the original game. It doesn't have a good shiny factor or legendary factor. It has random spawns, which gets tiresome. Not to mention it has had drops with bosses and takes hours. Yeah. It's interesting because also when you play on a server, I think the best way to play Pixelmon, legitimately, is to play just the way it was made. And not to go on a multiplayer server. Or if you do go on a multiplayer server, it needs to be vanilla, you know? But unfortunately, most people don't agree with that take. And so I had to make the server like very boosted and like boosted chances, boosted shinies, boosted like everything. Like items need to be easier to get. You can just buy items from the shop, you know, all that kind of stuff where like normally like food, like even simple as food, like you would normally have to get food to stay alive, you know, and all that stuff. Like you take all that stuff out on a multiplayer server. So it just changes Pixelmon a ton. And I personally don't think it's for the better. I just don't think it's as good when you have to do all that. And that's unfortunately what most people think, and so that's what kind of kills it for me. You looking like a gamer youth pastor? Is it the beard? I grew out the beard a lot recently. I need to trim it. I've not even really been actively trying to grow it. It just kind of happened. That's funny. Oh, wait. It was Grant that said that. Fuck you, Grant. I didn't know that was you. I thought it was some random person. That's hilarious. I was about to say I was a youth pastor in my past time. In my past life, I was a youth pastor at one point, so. But that makes sense. Who said it now? Grind the items. Yeah. Oh, I didn't mean to hit it. Whoops, this is awkward. Good thing that wasn't shiny because I don't think I checked it. Or economy based instead of going on an adventure. Exactly, yeah. You have to kind of base it around an economy, and it's hard. Not to mention the admins and grinders stole the market. Yeah. Yeah, just a tad. Just a tad. Damn it, I ran into a Rookity. Looking at Laruda. Yeah, Laruda played that game a lot. He enjoyed it. He was a grinder, man. He could play a lot. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it like he did it. It's the beard. It is. The manly beard. It is interesting. I can't stand it, honestly. So my Halloween costume requires some facial hair. So I might trim it once I have my Halloween party. Speaking of that, Grant, are you coming to the Halloween party? I might trim it for the Halloween party, which is on Saturday. So I might be trimming it then. So it won't be around for long. At worst, I will trim it. If I don't trim it then, I have to trim it. My wife. My sister is getting married in 2 weeks. So not next Saturday, but the Saturday after that. And I'm definitely going to trim it for that wedding. So worst case, that's when I'll trim it. Yes, Grant, you should come. With competition? Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. I also don't like PvP, so that's what most people liked. And that's fine. I don't have a problem with it. But I personally can't get really involved with PvP because, one, I don't really understand it, and two, I just don't like Pokemon PvP. So that's another thing that was kind of like I was disconnected from my community in that regard. A lot of people wanted to go that route, and I didn't care for it. Beard looks good on you, though. Thank you, Bruno. Can I come to the Halloween party? I'll be Jim Carrey. Bet. I'll see you there. If it's not comfy and you don't like it, it's got to go. Yeah, that's the thing. It's not comfy at all. Like, trying to lay down on my stomach, and it, like, pushes up against the pillow. Ugh. It's so annoying. People with long beards, I don't understand how they do it. I really don't. I can't. It's obnoxious. Even just this long, and it's not even that long, but even this long, it's obnoxious. But what I will say, it's incredibly satisfying to play with. Like, I play with my beard hair all the time now because it's so satisfying. Also, I combed it for the first time the other day, and that's also incredibly satisfying. Like, combing it backwards and then combing it the way it goes, that is very satisfying. Can I come to the Halloween? Oh, yeah, I read that. Sorry. If the server was made with the villages in like the original Pokemon game with different features, it might have a different feel. I think there's a lot of good things that you can do with a Pixelmon server to make it different, but the problem is it requires a lot of development time and time that I'm not necessarily willing to spend in it. But I think if I really wanted to, I could make a Pixelmon server that I really, really enjoyed. I don't know if everybody else would enjoy it, but I would really enjoy it. But yeah, I came to the conclusion that that's not what I really want to focus on right now. So, but in the future, it might not be. I'm not going to count it out. I'm not going to say I won't ever do it again. But right now, I'm not into it. Get the wax ready. Yeah, that's one thing I don't know if I could get around is doing beard wax. I've heard people doing that. Like, you have to do that to like make a curly mustache. Like, it's getting long enough to where I could start pulling. Like pulling the mustache up. Like, that's how long it is, and that's wild to me. I've never had it that long. This is literally the longest I've ever had my beard. They might have softer hair. I have curls in my beard, and it's nice and soft. Right. My beard is pretty soft. It's rough. Obviously, it's beard hair, but it's pretty soft. I also had to use this new shampoo recently, and it makes my hair extremely soft, and that's also satisfying. When I get out of the shower and my hair and beard are super soft, I really like that. Time for Pixel Fam Yellow. Yeah. I think that was a bad choice. I took a chance with Pixel Fam Blue, and I knew it was going to take a chance with it, but I think that didn't help. It was a chance that didn't pay off, which is fine. I always like taking chances on that Pixelmon server, and so I didn't mind doing that, but I wish we almost would have stuck to one server and just reset the red server. I tried to make everyone happy by not resetting the server, but I think I divided the community in that regard, and that kind of hurt it a little bit. I think in the end I should have just reset red, to be honest. So I don't know if I can attend. Sure you can. You can attend whilst on call. I'll watch any stream as long as you're having fun. Well, thank you, Brawley. What do you use? So recently, I have terrible dandruff, and I've been going to a dermatologist for other things, and he recommended, or he gave me like a prescription shampoo that I've used a couple times now, and that's what made it really soft. It's just softer than what I normally use. Normally, I use like this certain like non-medication shampoo, and it doesn't make my hair as soft. So based on resetting servers, you lose all the progress you worked hard for, but if you don't reset it, just gets stale. Yeah, exactly. I am very much of the opinion that I don't like resetting servers. I agree with most people in that regard, but people think they don't want resets, but then when it comes around to it, they don't play it anymore, and then they come back for resets. So like, it sounds very appealing to have long-term progress, but if you don't reset it, it gets incredibly stale, especially with Pixelmon, because Pixelmon is just so like, when you've done the things that you've wanted to do in that game, the only way to bring you back into it is to get a reset. You know what I mean? So it's the nature of the beast with that game a little bit. And the 2-server thing could have worked if we had a bigger player base. But yeah, I don't know. It was interesting. It was an interesting take. I think that since it was already a pretty small server, that splitting it made it confusing for new players, and already existing players lost their good Pokemon, but it was a good attempt. Yeah, exactly. I agree. I knew that going into it, and I was taking a chance on having a server that was one of the only ones that never reset. You know, like every Pixelmon server, every big Pixelmon server resets servers, and I was hoping that this would be like kind of a way to do that, and I was taking a chance, and I knew I was taking a chance, but it didn't pay off, which is fine. Pixelmon is only good at the beginning. Yeah, Pixelmon is best at the beginning for sure. I agree. The first 50 hours in Pixelmon is like the best in gaming. I really, really enjoy the beginning of Pixelmon. But then after like the 100-hour mark is when it's like, okay, I've caught most of the Pokemon I want. I've made the team I want. If I'm on a server, I've got most of the skins that I've wanted. What is there to do anymore, you know? I'm surprised Elise is still asleep. She really is sleeping in. I hope she can sleep in. I know she mentioned sleeping in. No, she did say she was going to take some flex time today in the morning, so I won't wake her up. She had to work last night. She works for a museum, and they have this cool thing going on at this museum she works at, and she had to work late last night, so she took some flex time so she didn't have to work this morning. Which I don't blame her in the slightest. I am hungry. I might go make some toast after the stream. Some buttered toast. I hope we have bread left. I need to go to the store. I just missed the interactions. That was probably the best part. Like when I helped you build your base. I agree, Brawley. Like that is like every time I think back on Pixelmon, that's what I miss the most is the community. Like I don't miss the live streams for the most part, but I miss like the interacting with everybody on the live streams. You know what I mean? Like that's what was fun about it. Doing the events and being goofy and just having fun. That's what I miss. But the actual Pixelmon itself, that's what I don't miss. And that's what I hope to kind of get back. You know, I want to keep doing live streaming and interact with the community with different games. And I hope to bring that back and foster that community again. Because that's what I really enjoy. But Pixelmon, you know, right now isn't it. But who knows? If we keep doing this stream where it's like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, maybe every Friday we play Pixelmon. I don't know. We'll see. Honey butter toast is the best. I'm not the biggest fan of honey. I don't know how many times today have I. Can we count? Can we have a counter? We're not gonna have a currently hunting counter. It's gonna be. I'm not the biggest fan of, and then whatever it is. That I said that probably 662 times this stream. But I don't like honey a ton. Honey is good on certain things, but I don't know if I'd like it on toast. Actually, I don't know if I've ever tried it, so I can't even say anything. Just waiting on the reset for 1.6. Should you have the motivation when the time comes? Yeah, if 1.6 ever gets fully like fleshed out, that could be really interesting. That could bring a breath of fresh air for sure with 1.6. What games are you thinking about? Mostly just Pokemon for now, but I was thinking about this before. I would really like to do a lot of like Nintendo first party stuff. Like Mario Kart, Splatoon I've been really getting into, which was really fun. Any Mario games. You know, anything that Nintendo puts out, putting videos and streams of those out would be really fun. And they could pick someone server like the actual Pokemon games. That would be fun. Yeah, that could be interesting. The problem with doing a Pixelmon server with it like the video games is I think people would get through the story and get bored. And you would have a lot of work to do that just to get through the story and then be like, okay, what now? I think people have maps, though. Like, you can buy, like, a Kanto map and a Johto map and all that stuff. People have made them into Minecraft, so. There's, like, a honey ingrated butter. Ooh. That actually sounds good as hell. Oh, you are, Beer? No, that's awesome. That'd be sick. Hey, there's a good Switch game coming out Friday. You might have heard of it. Wait, what's coming out Friday? Oh, God. Is it Among Us? Is it fucking Among Us? That would be awesome. Bring a few select people in or have viewers join. Yeah. Oh, Persona 5 Royale. Garbage. That's not a first-party game, sir. Because, like, Nintendo first-party games just have this certain feel to them that just feels so satisfying. And I know a lot of people enjoy just watching, like, first-party games. I think it'd be pretty cool. So that's a direction I could see this going, but we'll see. For now, I'm just kind of shiny hunting and enjoying that. Yeah, it's an actual good game. Oof. Yeah. I've never got past the third palace in Persona. Don't talk to Aqua about Persona. He's obsessed. Haven't you already beat Persona? Is Persona 5 Royale, is that the fighting game, or is that an actual RPG? We thought of maybe something like Overwatch or League of Legends, something like that. No. The problem with Overwatch and League of Legends, I've played League of Legends for, has it been 9 years now? I've been playing, no, it's not been 9. I've been playing since the summer of 2013, so it's been, is that 9 years? Holy shit, it's been 9 fucking years. I've been playing League of Legends for 9 years, and I'm still dog shit at the game. And the problem with League of Legends is you have to be good at it. Like, to be a content creator in League of Legends, you have to be pretty freaking good at the game for anyone to actually want to watch you. So I don't think same with Overwatch. I think it's the same thing with Overwatch, where you have to be pretty good at the game for it to be entertaining. My first shiny in Sword and Shield was the Wanderer Obstagoon. Really? That's awesome, Shiny Hunter Caden. I'm jealous. I haven't gotten the Zigzagoon. For whatever reason, I've not gone for it. I've played this game over 200 hours and haven't gotten a shiny Zigzagoon yet. And I was like, you know what? It's a dark Pokemon. I can go for it for the Halloween hunt. How you been, Caden? Yeah. Royale is a fighting game. Do you have good coordination? No. I'm garbage at video games. That's why I shiny hunt. I mean, I can hold my own in a League of Legends game. If I had to, actually sit down and grind it out, right now, I could probably get gold if I really wanted to. If I really, really wanted to get good, I bet my peak would probably be platinum. If I really played the game and grinded it, I don't imagine I could get much better than platinum. I don't see myself ever being a diamond level player. But I don't have a desire to get good at the game, you know what I mean? So I don't have that much desire to play a game that I have to be good at. You know what I mean? Extremely salty. Never shiny hunted in Sword and Shield. It's one of my favorite shiny hunting games for whatever reason. I don't know why, but it's I really like the shiny hatching. Hatching Pokemon in this game is very quick compared to most other Pokemon games. So I think that's what I like about it, and it's pretty good. Persona 4 Arena is the fighting game. So this isn't the fighting game. Is the enhanced Persona 5 game, and yes, I've played all the mainline Persona games at least 3 or 4 times through. Persona 4 Gold, and I've played 10 times. Jesus Christ. Aren't those games 100-hour games? Yeah, every League player does get salty, including myself. I can't not get mad at that game, and that's another thing. No one wants to sit there and watch a silver player get fucking mad at a video game. You know what I mean? It helps to talk to players when playing games that require talking. Yeah, true. I've heard that before. No, I'm not saying I'm a platinum level player nor a gold level player. I'm saying I would have to work toward that, but I'm recognizing my own abilities would definitely cap out pretty quickly. I don't think saying I could cap out at platinum after playing this game for 9 years is a brag by any means. I don't want to get good, though. I've never wanted to get good at that game. Well, that's not true. I've had moments where I've wanted to be good at that game. Which, ironically, the better I've gotten at the game, the less I've wanted to get good at the game. If that makes sense. Back when I was a bronze level player, I wanted to get really good at the game. And now I've just been like, nah. What's the point? What's the benefit of being good at League? I like playing ARAMs, IRFs, in some normal games when I'm getting bored. And I'm content with that. I played Shyvana and reached Diamond once and stopped because I got bored of it. Yeah, Shyvana is fun to play. I really like Shyvana. Did you play Shyvana pre-rework? Shyvana is an interesting character. Once you play it in repetitions, it gets Oh, 100%. Trust me, I've played it. I will say League of Legends is probably the game I've put the most hours in my entire life. I probably have easily over 5,000 or 6,000 hours in that game. It's actually wild. I believe so. What got changed? When she ults, does she turn into a dragon and then knock people back? Because her old kit didn't used to do that, but her old kit was probably 7 years ago when she got reworked. I've not known what to play lately, just some kind of multiplayer game. Yeah, I feel that. I get through phases like that for sure, where I'm like, what do I even play? I'm kind of bored of everything. I only played League for 2 days. Thank God I stopped fast. Yeah, it's one of those games you'll love to hate. I still think that League of Legends is one of the greatest games ever created. I think it's a really, really, really well-made game. It's incredibly satisfying to play. There's something about the movement and the skill shots and everything in that game that are just so insanely satisfying. And when Riot comes out with their MMO, I hope to God it plays like League. I hope it's a top-down game that plays like League, because it would be amazing. If you could make an MMO that feels as good to play as League of Legends does, I would never stop playing it. It would be amazing. But it's just something about it. I don't know how to describe it, but it just feels so satisfying. Yeah, I played before rework then. Oh, okay. Wow. So then, yeah, it'd been a while. Yeah, because her rework she turns into a dragon and knocks people back with her ult. Now you kind of build her AP, which is strange. Before you used to build her like tank AD at best, but now you build her like AP, and her E does a shit ton of damage, where she like shoots out flames. Dude, beer now, I feel that. I feel that. I'm waiting for the revolution again that it feels like the world is waiting for. Dude, you know what that game was for a summer? Pokemon fucking Go. That shit was the best thing since sliced bread when it came out. The game was awesome. Think about that for a second. Like, think about all these like Pokemon Go YouTubers that were like nobodies before Pokemon Go came out. Like, not nobodies, you know what I mean? Like, they were people, but like they didn't have a career in YouTube, and now they're these big Pokemon Go YouTubers. Like, imagine that could be the case with some people. Like, there's going to be so many people where there's a game coming out in, I don't know, 3 years that's going to take over the world that people are going to turn into content creators for and make a bunch of money and be successful in YouTube just because of that. Isn't that crazy to think about? That's weird. I think Elden Ring was close to that. Yeah, Elden Ring took over for a bit. I never played it. I can't play those games. They frustrate me too much. Allie, oh god. Did Allie play Pokemon Go? Allie was big on Call of Duty before, though. Allie has been huge for a long time. That man was massive on... I remember watching his Call of Duty videos. I never liked Pokemon Go. Oh, it's great. Every 3 months. I'll log on to it every once in a while. I don't play it a ton either, but when it first came out, that was like the best thing ever. That summer... Oh my god, everyone was playing it. I finally felt accepted as a Pokemon trader. You know, like everyone played that fucking game. Played Go a lot. Really? I didn't know that. I knew he probably had a phase just like everybody. But I know he was big on Call of Duty. I don't know is he still big? I'm sure he is. I'm sure he still has a pretty loyal following. He's one of those kind of like too big to fail. Like, I know you can fail as that big of a YouTuber, but like you'll always have a pretty steady... as long as you stay out of, like, drama, you'll always have, like, a steady stream of people watching your stuff when you're at his level, you know? You know, he's, like, sad that he only gets, like, 1 million views in, like, 2 weeks. A bad video is, like, 60K views. Imagine. But we all have our limits. I remember when I thought, you know, like 10 views was a bad video. Now I probably think anything under a couple hundred views is a bad video. Hell, even anything under 1,000 probably is a bad video for me. I've had plenty of them, don't get me wrong, but if it doesn't get over 1,000, I'm probably not stoked about it. But I try not to look too much up at numbers, though. Especially recently, since I've been like experimenting a lot. I recognize that my views aren't going to be as game changing. Even my mom played Go, and she hasn't played any video games since this Nintendo. Yeah, everyone played Go. My wife didn't though. I was like, because she's always like, I never really play video games. I was like, you didn't even play video games when Pokemon Go came out? You didn't download Pokemon Go? She's like, nope, I didn't download it. I was like, at least everyone was playing it. She's like, yeah, I knew a lot of people that were playing it, but I never played it. I'm like, at least. I'm so disappointed. Such disappointment. Yeah. One of these days, though. She's going to be a Pokemon fan one of these days. She knows the starters now. Actually, that was part of the wedding. What part of her vows was listing Charmander, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur. She's like, I've been trying to learn them all, and she got it down. I was so proud of her. That was part of her vows. It was really cute. All right, ladies and gentlemen. With that, it is just about 10 o'clock. I need to get off and go to work. But thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for being here. Bro, I'm telling you, file for divorce while you can. Yeah. No, my wife's awesome. Even if she doesn't like Jim Carrey or Pokemon, she's still an amazing woman. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys being here. I will see you guys on Wednesday, same time, 8 a.m. EST. We'll do one Monday, Wednesday, Friday for now. We're going to continue to hunt for this this shiny Zigzagoon that doesn't want to shine for us. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you next time.